In an effort to push back the Ripple C case even more, the CC has filed a new move. In this video, I want to talk about whether or not XRP could miss the current bull run. Please watch the video all the way to the end, because that's when I'll tell you my whole opinion on it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've also learned two shocking facts in the last few hours that make us feel really good about coins in 2024. What we're about to talk about in this video will blow your mind if you thought the ETFs we saw were great for business. I want to talk about something very important before I start this movie. SAB 121 was recently moved to the House floor. If you're not sure what that means, let me quickly explain and give you the main idea so you can understand why this is so important for the coin market. One thing the SEC has been doing lately is making rules that essentially ban cryptocurrencies, which is the same thing as making them illegal. When the SEC officially called XRP a security, as a security function of XRP, we saw the exact same thing happen. It stopped people from using it rather than making it illegal. The SEC was putting rules for airplanes on a car. There is no doubt that if you drive your car to work every day and also have to follow airplane rules, you will be breaking many laws and making your car useless. Even though the law that says you have to follow certain rules doesn't apply to your car, it means that none of the rules can be enforced. In order to do that, the SEC tried to label XRP as a security. It would be against the law to use XRP as a backdoor because it is a security and would break all security rules. We saw the SEC do the same thing in a big effort to shut down the market, which stopped many managers from dealing with cryptocurrency. Like the other cases I just gave you, any regulated institution in the US was pretty much stopped by the SEC from keeping cryptocurrency, even though they didn't say that it was illegal. Many people think that the science behind cryptocurrencies is to blame for their lack of popularity. Many people think it's because technology isn't being used to its fullest. However, the SEC has been passing rules that stop companies from actually using the assets. This is one of the main reasons why cryptocurrencies have not taken off in the US as quickly as a lot of us thought it would. The good news is that Congress is trying to overturn the SEC's proposed law, which will let the biggest banks in the US deal with this type of asset again. The House has moved to vote on this as a good sign for what's to come, even though the official vote hasn't happened yet. It would be a huge win. Let's talk about this in more depth in later episodes. This would be a huge win for cryptocurrencies and solve many of the problems that the traditional financial system has had when trying to adopt this next setup. There is no doubt that the big players in the financial world were scared when they heard that Coinbase was going public. When Coinbase went public, its record-setting values blew past their own, even though Coinbase had been in business 50 to 100 years longer. This caused traditional financial institutions to say they needed a blockchain plan right away. It will be a big step forward for these traditional banks to be able to start working on their own blockchain plans. We are already seeing the first steps of this process. It's been a while since people have said that cryptocurrency acceptance and attention haven't kept up with what they should have. As we can see, the bureaucrats have been doing everything they can to stop technology, but they are now undoing this in real time. But moving on, I'd like to talk about a big factor that is already affecting the cryptocurrency market. This is why I think 2024 will be the biggest bull run in cryptocurrencies ever. On this channel, I've been saying for a while now that the Bitcoin ETFs would change everything in this field. For the first time in history, banks would be competing to sell cryptocurrency-related things to their customers. This would bring in trillions of dollars in value for cryptocurrencies that had not been possible before. The only difference is that institutions used to fight us and work against us, but now they back us and have a financial reason to bring clients into our asset class. As we learn more, though, this hasn't even come close to being fully realized yet. Right now, businesses are giving in and trying to sell Bitcoin goods faster than they used to. As you may remember, Vanguard was one of the companies that said they would not be messing with the Bitcoin ETF or even letting their clients use it when it first started. In the last few minutes, Vanguard's CEO had to step down. This was done because a lot of customers were leaving the company because Vanguard wouldn't let them put their money in digital assets, which was what they wanted to do. People, that's just the start. Merrill Lynch and Wells Fargo have also done similar things. Two other schools changed their minds completely and said, okay, our clients will not be able to trade in the Bitcoin ETF. Get the Bitcoin ETF from us. We need your business because we know you'll go somewhere else. Hello, guys. These are the biggest financial companies in the world, and they are trying to stop the collapse of this sector. Customers are putting pressure on these banks to sell things related to cryptocurrencies, and this is just the start. Behind closed doors, some of these issuers are telling us that the competition for cryptocurrency financial goods, exchange-traded funds or ETFs, is just getting started. Because Bitwise is the straight source of these items, we expect the market to get more and more of them. These Bitwise men say that the worst is yet to come and that we have only just started. Even stranger to me is what I'm hearing behind the scenes. Most of the demand these ETFs have created so far has been completely natural. RIAs or financial advisors haven't been the ones convincing their clients to put money into the stock. Up until now, they haven't even been allowed to do it. People going to these different brokerages and buying them on their own without being told to is the only demand we're seeing right now for these Bitcoin ETFs. In other words, the huge increase in Bitcoin ETFs, which has brought billions of dollars into the market, is probably just the start. There is still a lot of room for growth. Because it's good for business, these banks are now competing to make as many products as they can that are linked to cryptocurrencies. The world's biggest institutions think that supply and demand will change in a way that has never been seen before in this business. The good news is that we knew this because we've been noticing it for a while. They were going to blow up this market, that much we knew, though to be honest, not even I was this hopeful. I didn't think things would move along so quickly. I couldn't believe how quickly the banks gave in and started giving this product to all of their customers. I did not know that these businesses would be putting out new goods all the time to try to get as many customers as possible. We are seeing this technology being used by a lot of people. When you add in the fact that SEC rules meant to stop this sector are being fought, this could lead to the biggest institutional boom in history. People who trade as a way to end this movie, I'd like to talk about a hot topic. Does XRP have a chance to join the next bull run? There is a lot of talk about this right now because the SEC is holding up the Ripple CC case. I'll answer this question in a very basic way first, and then I'll use a map to talk about the things I think are most important. Do I think that the SEC will put off XRP during the next bull run? Not in the least. The only thing that counted in the Ripple CC case was that XRP wasn't a security. Everything else didn't matter. It goes without saying that people who own XRP want Ripple to succeed and be able to legally run their business in the US. But it looks like Ripple will be able to do that. And the worst that will happen is that they will get slapped on the wrist. The CC has already failed in its attempt to stop XRP, and it's not likely that it will be able to stop Ripple either. It's not a safety net, XRP. It is easier to understand than other coins on the market. The fact that the SEC is delaying their case against Ripple won't stop the bull run on XRP. In fact, one reason I'm sure this is going on so quietly right now is that XRP went from 11 cents to almost $2 during the last bull run, which had to be right in the middle of the most negative news about the Ripple CC case. But even so, XRP went up by 2,000%. Guys, it's important to remember that if XRP could do that during the Ripple CC case, when it was still possibly a security, just imagine what it could do now that it doesn't have to worry about that label. Just think about what would happen if you dropped the Ripple CC case. Let me be clear, XRP holders and XRP itself have nothing to do with the SEC lawsuit. Only Ripple does. At this point, I think XRP is doing exactly what we thought it would. While waiting for Bitcoin to hit its all-time high, it is getting ready to completely blow out. Right now, we can see XRP pushing back into this upper support level, which I've been talking about for months on this thread. The price of XRP is going back down after trying to break out earlier today. However, it needs some kind of news or trigger to send it skyrocketing. Okay, everyone. No matter what happens with the Ripple CC case, I'm sure that XRP will not go down. All XRP needs is for its rate of growth to speed up. Everything that XRP